Hey everybody, I'm John Granado. That's Lance Zierlein. You can hear us on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet so you get all of our content here at SportsMap HOU. Lance, this week, Mark Stein reported that the Rockets will be contenders for Dillon Brooks and Fred VanVleet. What do you think about those two guys coming to the Rockets?
I think separate conversations. I like VanVleet a lot. I'm curious how long that contract will be. I think VanVleet gives you a guy who can handle the ball, potentially be steadier as a ball handler in terms of out front, so it gives you another one. But he also can catch and shoot kind of as a spot-up shooter as well, kind of a Kenny Smith vibe, if you will, if you want to go old school. And he's got experience. He's won an NBA title. He's got experience playing well in the postseason. I like it. I think he fits the mold. And as far as Dillon Brooks, Dillon's a little trickier because you don't feel like all the shenanigans we saw with him at the end of the year is something that Udoka would really want to deal with. But at the same time, I think being hard-nosed and playing good defensive basketball, and he does come from a team that has had some success or has made it to the playoffs, I think that makes some basketball sense. I just wonder if the personality is going to work for Ime Udoka.
Well, I tell you this. I talked to an agent about it, and he feels like that this may have matured him. The comments about LeBron poking the bear, he's just stupid. I think he might have realized it. We haven't heard from Dillon Brooks, which is unlike, a lot of guys who yap in the league. We haven't heard from him since. Maybe he has matured a little bit. The comments from the organization that says unequivocally, under no circumstances would we bring him back. The word is that they were just bitter with him because he was not going to re-sign with them. They knew he wasn't going to re-sign, and they wanted to give him a shot on the way out the door. Hopefully he's going to be a better citizen. Hopefully he's a guy that can mentor guys. I like his toughness that he brings, don't you?
I like his defense and his toughness, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like both of those things. So, and Ime Udoka said, listen, I want professionals and mature adults in the room and guys that have had success on this level and played in championships. That's Fred VanVleet, right? That is VanVleet. That's perfect for him. He has played. He won a championship. He played a big role in a championship. He's a guy who's going to mentor and get guys the ball in the right spots. I really like that a lot. I think Dillon Brooks, hopefully Ime can mold him and get him, on the straight and narrow. Who does that leave out if he wants mature adults that have played for championships?
And that he also said are professionals.
And professionals.
Yeah, I think that means James is not coming in.
I just don't feel like James would be an Udoka guy, right?
It's never made any sense if this team needs a professional approach and they need veterans who can potentially mentor younger players. That's just not James. James has not been a mentor during his career. He's played alongside a lot of veterans during his time. And then in terms of professionalism, I mean, during the playoffs, he was in Vegas. We saw there was a whole thing with James and whether or not he slapped somebody. I mean, it's we've done the James Harden stuff. There was a level of success. I think a lot of Rocket fans will remember James fondly, and that's great. But I don't think it's James's time to come back, and I don't think it's in the Rockets' best interest. And I think the Rockets must have cooled on him because all of a sudden everything we heard was James is an overwhelming favorite to go back to Philadelphia. You just kind of wonder now with Udoka in place and the Rockets taking a look at, plans for free agency and realizing that it doesn't just have to be James or bust. Maybe they realize there's a better way out there to go about it.
Yeah. I think Draymond falls under – well, probably not. Mature Draymond is – but Draymond was perfect for that team. I don't know that it eliminates him. I think Dillon Brooks maybe eliminates. If they're going to get Dillon Brooks, I don't think you get Draymond, right?
No.
Bruce Brown falls under that category?
Bruce Brown would be an interesting potential piece if you can't land. Once again, we'll see if they want Brooks and especially Draymond Green. They're their own headaches because sometimes – They're playing the role of characters almost, and they're bigger than the team, and it becomes too big, and it distracts from the team, and you just don't want that. Like, you don't want that with the players. So my big concern with both of those guys.
Yeah, Brook Lopez falls under that category as well. Championship.
Not distracting, though.
No. Yeah. No. He falls under the category of what Ime is looking for.
Yeah.
And he certainly could help Alperen Sengun quite a bit too, and take a load off of him defensively, where he could protect the basket. I think Brook Lopez is also a guy that you might want to look for.